Yeah. I realize this.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. We're glad to have you with us on 2K Sport. Tonight, it'll be the Golden State Warriors going up against the Memphis Grizzlies. Well, for the Grizzlies, they don't want to disappoint the hometown fans, but they'll have their hands full taking on one of the top teams in the league. We'll see if they can get it done. Well, for Golden State, they certainly didn't struggle before Steve Kerr became head coach, but since his arrival, he has this team executing one of the most beautiful offenses in the league.
It reminds you a little bit of the triangle. What I mean by that, there's constant motions and cuts in this offensive system. You know, it's much more than just the Splash Brothers shooting up threes. These guys are a fun team to watch.
Yeah, you know, Steve, he did a great job of blending all the coaching styles that he's learned over the past years. He's played for some great coaches, and, you know, he's been –
It's a Western Conference battle at the FedEx Forum in downtown Memphis as the Grizzlies look to work the home court advantage. Happy holidays, everyone, from all of us at 2K Sports. And do we have a present for you today? I'm Kevin Harlan, and here with me today, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. This is the first game in the Warriors road trip. They put together game after game, winning 5 games in a row. Fantastic stretch.
It seems like it's all coming together, guys. The coaching staff has gotten through to the players. Everybody is buying in, and it's a wonderful thing when the entire roster is on the same page.
It sure is, Greg. I mean, you've been on teams like that where everything is running smoothly. We knew that was the potential of this team, but they're living up to it and performing at a remarkably high level.
Now Golden State's starting 5. The Splash Brothers are the guards. Green at the 4 with Bogut at the 5. And it's Rush in at the small forward. Lee kicks to Barnes. 5 to shoot. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. And here's Conley outside. And it's good. Conley's got the first bucket of the night, a 3-pointer for Memphis. Clark, looking around the league, there's no team that teams want to play less than the Memphis Grizzlies. They just wear you down.
Well, they play a physical brand of basketball. They play hard. Everybody's on the same page. And even if you beat the Grizzlies, they take a lot out of you in terms of how they try to wear you down.
Green. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
And the Grizzlies played so well against all the other playoff teams. Part of it is that they just have a style that matches up well with anyone.
You know, that's the thing with the Memphis Grizzlies. I mean, there isn't a team that gives them too much trouble anywhere in the league. They're good at home and on the road. They're used to playing in tight, low-scoring games, and they create that situation with their deliberate style.
What a year for the Warriors. Clark won their division for the first time in 39 years, ran away with the very tough Western Conference.
And there were a number of surprises last season, Kevin, but the Warriors were at the top of the list. I mean, I don't think anybody, including you and I, pegged them to be as good as they were.
Especially the way the finals began.
Exactly.
And the Warriors won 51 games back in 2014, improved that mark by 16 wins last season. Among teams that won at least 50 games in the previous year, that 16-game improvement was an NBA record for the Warriors.
On defense, the Warriors, 4-point game. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
And the way they attacked the basket in that game was unreal. I mean, after a while, the defenders seemed to just wave the white flag.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, that's what will happen when a team continues to attack the basket and come away with layups. The defense tends to get demoralized and deflated. It goes without saying the Warriors set franchise records all over the place with their play. Their win total being the highest ever, but also of note it was the first time they've won 50 games in back-to-back seasons. They seem to truly have arrived as a top-notch franchise in this current state of the NBA.
That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Boy, Gasol with a punishing pick that time.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Curry against Conley. And the basket by Curry.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight.
Conley kicks to Lee. Gasol passes to Conley. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. And it's 7 points for Mike Conley.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Green with a screen for Curry. Back to Green. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
Now here's Conley. He's coming off a 16-point game against Miami.
And also, his assist total tells you about the job he did of keeping his head up and keeping his teammates involved.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Grizzlies lead by 2. We've got more in store for you right after this. And Steph Curry, a player within the gym range. He told us about his comfort stretching the floor.
Anywhere 5-6 feet outside that three-point line, if I have a dribble, if I catch and shoot, if I have a good look, I think coach will allow me to take that shot. And it's tough to guard, especially when you see a couple go in. That basket gets a lot bigger.
I was going to say, Greg, how big must that hoop look to Steph Curry? And tough to guard might be the understatement of the day.
I mean, he is just an insanely great shooter. I mean, arguably, I don't think there's an argument. He's the best shooter in the world. The argument is whether or not he's the best shooter ever. And listen, I can imagine there's very few times that Coach Curry is not going to allow this splash brother to let her rip.
Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And looking at what we've seen from the Grizzlies, what do you guys think?
They come out the gates here strong and put together just a solid first quarter.
A ton of good looks for him, Greg, on offense, and it's quality shots they're getting.
And Golden State looking at who they've got. They've got Festus Ezeli. Barbosa is out there with Livingston. Then there's Maurice Spates. And it's Iguodala in at the 3. And here's Carter. A step-back shot here. Warriors with the rebound. They traveled to Memphis last time they faced the Grizzlies and came away with the win.
A huge margin of victory for them when these two teams squared off last, and they got scoring from up and down their lineup.
Yeah, the reserves, the guys coming off the bench, Greg, made their presence felt. And, of course, with their big lead, they were able to give the bench a lot of run.
Memphis trailing here.
And Maurice Spates last season with the best year of his career. I mean, he shot the cover off the ball and did a nice job on the boards as well.
Allen dishes to Green. The turnaround jumper. Count it. Green's got his first points of the night.
Oh, the turnaround jumper. That was just beautiful.
Greg, you were just talking about Mo Spates. Clark, he has a great mid-range jump shot.
He does, and they actually call him Mo Bucket. But he actually played so well last season, they even threw in Mo VP from time to time.
With the pause in the action, let's bring you the list of teams that have been lighting it up over the last 10 games. The Warriors, number 1.
Yeah, what an impressive run for this club. Everybody seems to be in a rhythm in terms of scoring, and they are putting up some big numbers.
Marcus All's checked in for Green. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Last season, Memphis fell late and would end up with the 5th seed in the NBA playoffs. Only one of 2 teams to make the playoffs each of the last 5 seasons, along with the San Antonio Spurs.
Yeah, and they were a team that nobody wanted to play. Memphis drew Portland in that first round, and even though they were the 5th seed, they had home court advantage.
Chalmers pass to Allen. Carter outside. Gasol setting the pick for Carter. Over to the wing. And the wide open shot from Chalmers. And not going to go. He misses the first attempt on the night. Barbosa kicks to Livingston. 34 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Grizzlies have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Randolph a screen. 19 seconds left in the first half of the game. Second chance shot, and the layup is up and in. Randolph's got his first basket.
Both teams trading punches back and forth. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
The momentum swings, really impossible to keep track of. The energy in the building just keeps going back and forth, ebbing and flowing. I'm loving it.
And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Grizzlies out in front. They're up by 1. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We're going to break down the first half action for you. For the Grizzlies, the first quarter was pretty even. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point lead. They were outscored by just a bit in the second quarter as they go into the break now holding just a 1-point advantage. Kenny, what do you think about the Grizzlies?
They're playing with a sense of urgency, even though they're at home. Sometimes you feel so comfortable on your home court, the other team can jump on you. But they know these fans have their back, and now they're well positioned to build a lead in the second half.
Shaq, how'd you think the Warriors were playing?
I like to see them create.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. You look at Michael Conley, what a contribution.
And the thing I noticed most in that first half was his offense. He was not wasteful with his opportunities and also did a great job of converting with the chances he had.
I agree with you, Greg. Judicious shot selection. All of his looks were good looks.
It was the season of destiny, and the Warriors certainly followed through. Clark, the best team in the league all year, and they finished the job beating the Cavs in the finals.
And they were on a mission from the get-go. They would become another team to win 65 games or more and win the final. Impressive work.
A lot of defense with Conley and Lee in the backcourt. Green is out there with Barnes, and it's Gasol, and at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Lee against Curry. Lee kicks to Conley. Down to 5 on the shot clock. 8 feet away. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Gasol's got it going here in the start of the second half. The first points in the third quarter for the Grizzlies.
And for the Warriors, they had tough opponents the whole way. I mean, the Pelicans, Grizzlies, and Rockets, they all put up fights. The Cavs in the finals were just as tough with LeBron, but the Warriors found a way to come through.
Lee dishes to Conley. Back to Lee. Baseline J on the way, and Green with the basket on the assist by Lee. And it's a 5-point Memphis lead. The Warriors shooting here about 46% for the game.
And for the Warriors, it had been nearly 40 years, guys, since the franchise made it to the finals. They had a lot of pressure on them to win and finish things off, but they got it done and did it in emphatic fashion, winning on the road. The title solidified them as one of the all-time outstanding teams in NBA history.
So many great statistics are available to demonstrate just how dominant the Warriors were last season. My favorite is G8, their point differential.
You know, to be able to beat your opponent by double digits on average is something only 8 teams have been able to do in the history of the league.
It's amazing. Very valuable players right here. Big men who can create turnovers for their teammates inside. These are the power forwards and centers with the most assists in the past month. Number 1, Draymond Green. The 4th spot held by Marc Gasol.
And these are some of the most complete players in our league. I mean, they're not just traditional score and rebound big men. They can beat you with their passing as well.
And their teammates know to always keep moving on the perimeter because the ball will be coming back out to you if you work yourself free. You're looking at some of the masters of the kick-out pass right there.
Lee against Thompson. They set the screen. Curry kicks to Bogut. 6 to shoot. Good. There's 1:26 left in the third.
And guys, you talk about ascendant stars in the NBA. None brighter than Steph Curry, the leading vote getter for the All-Star game a season ago. But what I love, he doesn't let it go to his head. I mean, he remains grounded and focused on winning.
What I like, though, about Stephen Curry also is his demeanor, Clark. He cheers on his teammates, keeps his head up through adversity. He does it all.
Yeah, he's pretty much unflappable. He's level-headed, and he puts his teammates first. That's what makes him a championship-caliber superstar.
Andre Iguodala is checked in for the Warriors. 1:21 left here in the third quarter. Gasol a screen. Back to Conley. Gasol a screen on Thompson. Conley, they get it again. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
And the Warriors making a change here. Azili's checked in. And we know that Marc Gasol was one of the most sought-after free agents this past summer. Clark, all along, most figured he'd be back in Memphis.
Yep, a winning team, max dollars. And don't forget now, he went to high school in Memphis while his brother Powell played there. He's where he belongs. That feed by Iguodala, a really good example of his passing ability.
Here's Conley. He's got 7. There's the pass to Barnes. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. And the Grizzlies lead by 5.
Marc Gasol, a first-time All-Star starter last season. He and his brother Powell both starting in that game. The first time that's ever happened in league history, and having both those guys go head-to-head.
There's 25 seconds left in the third. Green, the pass to Conley. Lock at 6. Back to Green. Barnes kicks to Gasol. The Warriors pull it in.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
And the wide open shot from Green. Another 3 for Golden State.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, this offense is going to be there for them.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Grizzlies lead by 2. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. Golden State's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. On the court for Golden State here in the fourth. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. Thompson and Iguodala on the perimeter, and it's Curry in at the 1. And Thompson kicks to Curry. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Curry's got it all tied up now for the Warriors.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Randolph a screen. Lee dishes to Randolph. From 10 feet out. And he gets that one to go off the front iron.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
Really, as close as you can get to an and one right there. He almost had it.
And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for Memphis.
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
And you've always heard of guys being in a zone shooting, but you can be in a zone passing the basketball, and we've seen that tonight as well.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Allen's checked in, and Golden State also making a change. Rush is checked in. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And you really can't say enough about his composure in the big moments, as cool as they come.
Stolen by Thompson. And here we go. Thompson heading to the hoop. And he finished it off with a lay-in. And the Warriors lead by 2.
And I'm sensing something special going on here tonight.
It certainly does have the feeling of a classic, Greg. Let's see which team is better equipped to handle the pressure.
Let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
During that break, Coach Dave Yeager had some words for his team. He told them, guys, we're getting bogged down in the half court. Let's get out and run, see what's available in early offense. If there's nothing there, we can always back it out and run our sets. Good advice, Kevin.
A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. And it's the Warriors on the break. Thompson with the ball, stolen by Randolph. Conley kicks to Allen. Randolph passes to Conley. Lee dishes to Gasol. A baseline J. There's the bucket. Good.
Man, did they need those points. And I bet he's the guy that continues to go for it.
Well, unless they alter the defense on him, I mean, he should be the guy they go to. His height gives him a huge edge the way they're playing him now. So keep going to it until the defense adjusts. .37 left to play in the final quarter.
Curry attacking, and he gets it to go.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Conley kicks to Gasol. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Ooh, and that dunk had some anger to it. I mean, usually he's content to just go up and get the finish with the soft touch.
Not that time. The big man looked like he had something to prove there.
Well, when it comes to finishing ability, he does have something to prove. He's been known to trick some layups here and there.
Barnes, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. It's Curry with the drive. Back to Green. Thompson from long range. The rebound by Gasol. The Grizzlies have gotten all three of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Nice D from Bogut. Golden State's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Green with a screen on Lee. Curry kicks to Thompson. Buries it from outside.
Boy, what a pressure bucket that was.
Greg, now that's coming through in the clutch.
Outside Conley. Dishes it to Gasol. On the left block. Goes back up. Money! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
Marc Gasol is a problem. They're having a lot of trouble dealing with what he's giving.
Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. I mean, now's the time to use the clock to your advantage. Take your time. Milk the clock a little bit.
Deflects the pass. Barnes passes to Conley. Memphis moving it around.
And if you came to see offense, folks, then you are getting your money's worth.
Yeah, you're getting all the snap, crackle, and pop you want from a scoring standpoint in this one. I just hope you didn't come to see any D, because if you did, you've been in for a long game.
Andre Iguodala has checked in for Brandon Rush. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant one foul.
And Kevin, I got to tell you, he's probably fortunate to just get a flagrant one there. I mean, so much contact. The officials easily could have gone even harder on him.
Greg, I agree. He better be on his best behavior from now on. One more flagrant of any variety, and he's out of here. Can't knock it down, and they really needed that one.
Listen, there's no doubt he feels like they should have the lead, but that miss will keep it all tied up.
Now Curry. Green, the screen. Shot from 16. Oh, no good there. The potential game winner off the mark. Regulation is ended and we're heading to overtime. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports. And what great competition we're seeing so far. After regulation, the stalemate. And we'll see now how these two teams and these few minutes of basketball pan out. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. We've got Green. Chalmers is out there with Lee. And it's Marc Gasol. And it's Barnes in at the 3 spot. Thompson misses.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
And Chalmers gets to Gasol. No good. And Golden State will come the other way. It's deflected. Lee with the steal. Chalmers with it. Pass to Gasol. Puts it up from 15. And that comes off the assist by Mario Chalmers. And that's 15 points for Marc Gasol. Conley's checked in for Mario Chalmers. Curry against Conley. Overtime still getting started here, just about a minute in. Curry kicks to Green. There's the dish to Bogut. Count it!
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
Conley. He dishes it to Gasol. Out to Conley. Back to Gasol. Yes! Here's Thompson. Absolutely critical chance right here.
They need this one to go their way.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
How about Steph Curry in this one? He's got 11 points, and he's created a lot of chances for his teammates also.
And Clark, some of those assists that he's gotten today have been just electric.
He drops the first one, and that narrows the gap to 1. And Curry hits them both.
And nice work at the line. I mean, when the game's this close, you have got to cash in on those opportunities.
Conley kicks to Gasol. Turn around, Jay buries it.
Kevin, they've still got a foul to give at this point.
Yeah, and strategy wouldn't be bad to use it if they need to.
Thompson dishes to Green. Now here's Curry. To tie. Got it! He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
Really just a tremendous day for him. And if you remember, he was just as good in their last game.
Another tie, and we're going to have a second overtime. And we'll be back with you right after this. Well, we thought we might wrap it up in regulation. Then it looked like overtime number 1 might yield a winner. But instead, the overtime periods are piling up. And guys, still no winner yet. Rush outside, and another 3 for Golden State.
Excellent feed from Steph Curry.
Here's Green. Terrific design on the big play, and he lays it in.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Here is Barbosa. Back to Curry. Down low. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Barbosa's got the lead up to 3 now for the Warriors. Conley kicks to Gasol. And he lays it straight in. Gasol's got 8 points in the quarter.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
And now both teams really in a groove.
This game already, guys, was high scoring, but they've really amped and ramped it up to another level down the stretch.
Conley, the pass to Gasol. Just 5 on the clock. It's stolen by Bogut. Here's Barbosa. It's in!
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Conley against Curry. Gasol dishes to Green. Off on the layup.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. The Warriors making a switch here. Thompson's checked in. It's stolen by Green. And they're moving it up. Buries it. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
What a shot over the bigger defender. That could prove to be a massive bucket.
Greg does not get much tougher than that. Tough defense, high pressure situation, clutch play. I love it.
And Thompson kicks to Curry. Passes to Bogut. Golden State moving it around. Bogut with a screen on Lee. Thompson passes to Bogut. Yes!
And with that basket, you'd have to think this lead is secure.
I'm almost ready to go there with you, partner. Not quite. I'm hanging around at that 98% mark, so it's just about done, but I need a little more evidence to close the book on it.
Thompson against Conley. Gasol, a screen on Thompson. Conley into the lane. Good D by Thompson.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. And the second of 2 is good. That increases their lead to 6. Lee kicks to Barnes. Conley with the 3. It's good from beyond the arc.
And really, how about the quick release on that triple there, because he's given up a lot of height in that matchup.
Right on target you are, Greg. I mean, the quick release is what made the difference there. Any hesitation, and that shot is being blocked.
To Thompson, so it's a narrow victory for the Warriors, pulling out the W. Clark, a double overtime game can really take its toll on the players, and after this one, the officials, the fans, everyone's going to have to take a needed rest.
Yeah.
Yes, Kevin, thank you. I'm with Klay Thompson. As a unit, the team seemed to have a cohesive approach out there. How important was the lift you got from the bench?
Just do it as a team. You know, it's not an individual effort. We're a real deep team this year. We got
The 2K Sports post-game show.